If you're looking to move to Oshawa or any area that you're unfamiliar with, it can be challenging to know what neighborhoods are good and what ones you should avoid. And as helpful as Google can be, it cannot give you the insight of a local resident who has grown up in the city and knows it inside and out. So that's why I'm making this video. My name is McLaughlin, and I'm a lifelong local resident and realtor in Oshawa and Durham Region, and I'm going to tell you the 5 best neighborhoods in Oshawa that you may want to consider if you're moving here. And if you find this video helpful, I ask that you give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to stay up to date on what's happening in the Oshawa and Durham Region real estate market, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, I would like to mention that this video is based on my own personal opinion and experiences living and growing up in the area, and now servicing the area for the last 4 or so years as a real estate agent, as well as my business partner Lisa Abbott's experience of servicing the area for over 25 plus years, but you should always seek out your own professional advice before purchasing a home. As any resident of Oshawa will likely tell you, there are good and not so great pockets all over the city. I've tried my best to pick communities that don't really have any rougher pockets in them. Now, this doesn't mean that the communities that are not mentioned are areas that you should completely avoid by any means, but some of them require a bit more in-depth knowledge, as your experience living there can vary street by street. You can check out my 5 areas to avoid video after you finish this one if you'd like, and I will link it below for you. These areas are listed in no particular order. They're all great neighborhoods and great areas, and in the end, it will always come down to your personal preference and needs. And as always, if you'd like to speak with me, you can use the first link in the description to book a call with me at a time that works best for you. The first neighborhood on the list is the McLaughlin community. The McLaughlin community runs from the border of Whitby in between Thixon and Gerrard Road and stretches over to the Oshawa Creek just past Park Road. The north and south borders are King Street and Rosslyn Road. Now, I love the McLaughlin community for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is the variety of homes available in the area. There are detached, semi-detached, and link homes. Recently, there were newer townhomes built at Rosslyn and Thornton, and you even have condo apartments available at 600 Thornton Road North, although they don't really come up for sale that often, and they tend to sell very quickly. There is also variety in the size and style of these properties. North of the Oshawa Center is a more mature area with well-kept older bungalows, but there are also more unique homes in that area as well, including some 4 and 5 level side split and back split homes with 1 and 2 car garages. And if you look just west of Stevenson Road in and around Waverly Street North, you'll find even more side split and back split properties. Some of these streets just off Waverly are really unique and have some amazing large homes on beautiful lots too, like Braemar Court and Elizabeth Street, especially when you get south of Adelaide, where Elizabeth runs into Waverly North, and there's Goodman Drive and Don Hill. That small pocket has some really beautiful large homes and is very often overlooked. If you were unfamiliar with Oshawa, you probably wouldn't even know it's there. Now, if you watched the areas to avoid video, one area I mentioned in that video is just on the edge of the McLaughlin community, and that's right around Rideau Street. I got a little bit of flack for mentioning that area in my other video, but it is a bit of a rougher pocket. There's higher density housing in that area with the townhouse complex and multiple apartment buildings, and anytime you have higher density housing like that, it can lead to it being a little bit rougher around the edges. And I do stand behind avoiding that small pocket, but the areas around it are absolutely fine. The McLaughlin community is also a very convenient location. There's a ton of shopping nearby, the Oshawa Center is right there. There are public and Catholic schools, there's a French school, and there is RS McLaughlin, which is a secondary school. And you're a 5-minute drive to the 401 and GO station, so commuting to Toronto is very easy. Something I mentioned in a recent video too is the homes right along the Oshawa-Whitby border on the Oshawa side can provide great value compared to the Whitby side. They're basically a stone's throw from each other, but Whitby homes command a premium, so any of the communities right along the border of Oshawa and Whitby are worth looking at. Moving on to the next community, we're going to look just north of McLaughlin and Rosslyn Road at the North Glen community. Like McLaughlin, it has the same east and west borders, and the north and south borders of the community are Rosslyn Road up to Taunton Road. It has similar benefits to the McLaughlin community as well, with the proximity to schools and shopping. 401 and GO station access is only an extra few minutes away. It also benefits from being on the Whitby border, so the homes on the Oshawa side tend to go for slightly less than the homes on the Whitby side. However, unlike the McLaughlin community, there isn't a large variety to the size and type of homes available. For the most part, homes in the North Glen community are larger, detached homes and homes on larger lots. There are a few smaller link homes near the Beaver Valley area, but that's really it. There are no townhomes, condos, or semi-detached homes in that area. There is a variety in the style of homes, however, as there are beautiful bungalows, two-story homes, and more backsplit and side-split homes as well, ranging from 3 to 5 levels. North Glen is also home to the Glens, one of the truly desirable and sought-after areas in Oshawa, that has a lot of very well-maintained, older, unique homes on large lots. The homes in that area are very unique compared to the rest of Oshawa. When people refer to the Glens, they're usually referring to the homes just north of Roslyn and east of Stevenson Road. It's a pretty easy area to spot on the map as almost every street name has the word Glen in it. Another area in North Glen that I really like and I think is underrated is right around Barbados Street. Barbados Street has many newer large homes with beautiful interiors and higher end finishings. It's another area that even many locals don't realize is there. A big benefit to the North Glen community is there are really no bad pockets. So if you're after a larger home, but you want to remain closer to the 401 and not go too far north in Oshawa, there are some fantastic options in North Glen. Now, the downside to the North Glen area is that there are not actually a lot of homes available in that community compared to its size, because much of the community is land being used for the airport golf course, a cemetery, and the Oshawa airport. The airport golf course is a great affordable 18-hole golf course, and the cemetery is located at Thornton and Taunton on the west side of the road, so there are only a few homes backing onto it along Lady May Drive and Scepter Place, which are actually on the Whitby side. But the obvious issue for some people will be the proximity to the airport. That's going to come down to personal preference. What I will say though is that although it's very close to the airport, the way the runways are laid out means that most of the homes in North Glen are not directly under a flight path. That's really the only negative to North Glen. Besides that, it's one of the best neighborhoods in Oshawa. I wouldn't recommend any areas that I wouldn't move into myself or wouldn't want a friend or family member to move into, and I would absolutely happily live there. Now we're going to shift our focus to the other side of Oshawa. The next area that I think is one of the best areas to consider is the Pinecrest area. Pinecrest is located along the Oshawa-Clarington border and includes the homes from Wilson Road to Town Line Road and Roslyn Road to Taunton Road. This community has a good variety of types and styles of homes. There are detached homes that vary in size. There are plenty of link homes, semi-detached homes, both freehold and condo townhomes, and there are even some condo townhome bungalows at 1111 Wilson Road, which is a rare style to find. Pinecrest is a great area to consider because of this variety available. It has lots of great options for buyers with all different budgets and needs while still being in a great family-friendly area. South of Beatrice in the Addersley area is where you will find a lot more of the affordable options in that area. There's a good mix of detached, semi-detached, and link homes. It's a quiet, family-friendly neighborhood. There's Addersley Park and Gordon B. Addersley Public School. So if you have kids or plan on having kids, it's also an easy walk to school. We've sold a few homes in that neighborhood, and Lisa has had a family member who lived in that area for many years, and they absolutely loved it. We've spent a lot of time in that area, and I think it provides some great opportunities for first-time buyers and younger families who are looking for a little bit of extra space for an affordable price, but still want to stay somewhere that is both convenient and safe for their children. Every time I visit that area, I see kids playing on the park or in the streets and lots of people walking around in that area. It's definitely somewhere that I wouldn't hesitate to purchase myself. One thing I should mention is that many of the homes in that area were originally built with electric baseboard heat, but some have been converted to gas. That will definitely vary from home to home, but it's just something to make note of. If we look over at the other side of Harmony Road, up and around Grandview Street North area, is another really nice spot. There are some larger detached homes available in that area with 2-car garages. There is Pierre Elliott Trudeau Public School, St. Joseph Catholic School, and there are a number of parks in that area as well, including Glenbourne, Pinecrest, Iroquois Shoreline, and Corbett's Park. And you also have the Harmon Valley Conservation Area, which has some amazing trails and a dog park as well. If you want to be in a really convenient neighborhood in Oshawa, but you also love nature and walking trails, that is 100% an area you should consider. There are also a couple of underrated areas in Pinecrest that I would like to point out. Just south of Taunton off of Harmony Road on both the east and the west side. On the west side of Harmony, on streets like Brasswinds Trail, Songbird Drive, Summerwood Heights, and the streets surrounding, are some really nice detached homes. It's a nice quiet neighborhood that's kind of tucked away and is often overlooked in my opinion. And if you look on the other side of Harmony, on streets like Swiss Heights, Briarwood Drive, and Pinecrest Road, there are some beautiful executive style homes on 100-foot plus lots. Those homes of course command a premium, but regardless, it's an area that I think is less known and definitely underrated. Besides having so many family-friendly areas and different options for all budgets, another huge draw is going to be the location. You're right near Harmony and Taunton Road, which has lots of shopping and restaurants. They are mostly chain restaurants like Montana's Kelsey's Boston Pizza, but you'll find that's the case in most of Oshawa. You will also have the Cineplex located at Grandview and Taunton. There's Del Park Homes Center, which is a recreation center just north of Taunton near Maxwell Heights Secondary School. And that rec center offers skating, swimming, and has a fitness facility. Pinecrest has a good mix of everything you would want, and being located more towards North Oshawa means you have easier access to the 407, but you're still only about an 8 to 10 minute drive away from the 401. The next community is the Taunton community, which is just north of Pinecrest and includes the area between Wilson and Town Line and Taunton and Conlin Road. This area is going to benefit from the same conveniences as Pinecrest as far as shopping, restaurants, and entertainment goes, so I won't repeat all of that. Being further north, you're located closer to the 407 than you are to the 401. Taunton also has a good mix of homes, including detached, link, semi, and townhomes. There are a lot more newer homes in that area, and some areas are still in the development stages with new homes currently being built. You can also find newer 3-story condo townhomes being built on Coral Springs Path, just northwest of Harmony and Taunton. But those are the only condos in that area. I wouldn't say there are any underrated or overlooked areas here. For the most part, the areas are all pretty similar. You'll mainly see a lot of larger 2-story homes with a 2-car garage. Some of the streets just north of Taunton have slightly smaller 2-story homes with a 1-car garage, and then there are some newer semi-detached homes like the ones on Schooling Drive as well. And the Taunton community, there are 4 public schools, a Catholic school, and Maxwell Heights Secondary School. The only real downsides to this community are that Taunton Road, especially the Taunton and Harmony intersection, has pretty bad traffic, especially in the evenings when everyone is coming home from work. And if you commute from Toronto but don't use the 407, trying to come home at 5 o'clock and getting off the 401, you will definitely hit some traffic going up Harmony Road. I've also heard some residents there complain about their property taxes being high, but I think that has a lot more to do with them living in a newer development, so their assessed value that taxes are based off of is going to be higher than the older homes in other areas of Oshawa. The final neighborhood you should definitely consider if you're moving to Oshawa is Kedron. The Kedron community is just north of the Taunton community and stretches from Conlin Road to Winchester Road and from Town Line over to a creek that runs just west of Ritson Road. There are a few reasons that I love Kedron. One is that it is an up-and-coming area in Oshawa because of its proximity to Durham College and the university, and because of the vast amount of undeveloped land. This is one of the areas in Oshawa that is going to see the most growth and expansion moving forward. It's located close enough to the university and Durham College that if you're attending or working there, or if you have children that are attending there, you'll be located close enough to it for a very easy commute. But being in Kedron rather than in the Winfields area, you won't have the issues that come along with living very close to a college. Winfields has some beautiful pockets as well with large homes, but it can be so hit or miss because of the student rentals, and we've seen crime increase in that area as well. Kedron doesn't see those same issues, but benefits from being so close to the college and the growth happening in Winfields. It's a convenient location because if you drive a few minutes south, you're at Harmony and Taunton, and if you drive a couple minutes west, you're in Winfields, which has a newly built Costco, and there's new shopping and restaurants in there as well. If you're someone who wants to be near newer homes and newer stores and restaurants, that is going to be a great area for you to consider. And if you like golfing, Kedrondel's Golf Club on Ritson Road is right nearby, and it's a great course to check out. Now, if you're looking in Kedron at resale properties, your options are slightly limited at the time I'm recording this video. You'll likely be looking at homes around Kedron Park, which is just west of Ritson and north of Conlin. In there, you can find some older detached homes on Main Street and Meadow that sit on larger lots. Those homes tend to be well maintained. A lot of them are bungalows, and some of them have really nice upgrades and finishes. There are definitely some unique homes there for sure. The other streets in the area have newer homes, and you can find some very large 2-story detached homes with 3-car garages on Avalon Court and Pinder Crescent. The area is primarily 2-story homes, but there are some bungalows, side splits, and backsplit homes sprinkled throughout as well. And many of the homes in that pocket were built by Jeffrey Homes, which is one of the best builders in Durham Region. If you ever drive through a neighborhood where there are Jeffrey Homes and other homes built by another builder, you can easily tell which ones are Jeffrey Homes. Your other options if you want to stay in Kedron are to look at new builds or assignment sales. Jeffrey Homes has a new development off of Harmony just north of Taunton Road. There are all detached homes on 36 and 40-foot lots. There's one bungalow model, and the rest are all 2-story homes with a double-car garage ranging from just over 1,900 square feet to just over 3,000 square feet. There's also the Heights of Harmony development, which has townhomes and detached homes. And some of those I believe are starting to take possession this summer. In the future, Kedron is going to see some of the biggest growth in Oshawa, with development plans to house 22,000 new residents within the coming years, and it's the potential home to 4 new elementary schools, a new secondary school, and several other commercial and retail developments as well. The downsides to Kedron are the lack of resale properties currently available given the size of Kedron. Much of the land is undeveloped or currently under development, and with that much planned for the area, if you're living near these developments, you'll have to deal with a lot of typical new construction issues. And as the population grows, we'll likely see traffic increase quite a bit as well. I know this is a longer video than usual, but I hope it helps you to get a better understanding and a good idea of what Oshawa has to offer and some great neighborhoods to check out. If there's an area you love in Oshawa, please share it in the comments below. Obviously, I couldn't mention everything, but I hope this helped, and if you have any questions about these or other areas or moving to Oshawa or Durham Region in general, you can always use the first link in the description to book a call with me at a time that works best for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one next week. Bye!